So this is February, March 2023, paper 2. We'll be doing the database part. Let's go there. So task 3. Students at Tawara High School are placed in one of the 4 groups which are called houses. These houses are Jupiter, Mars, Neptune, and Saturn. You are now going to prepare some reports based on school tests. Use the database software, import test.csv. Do not import English field. Use these field names and data types. So we have to take care of this, and we'll set the registration code as a primary key. So just do it step by step. Don't try to go very fast and read every question very carefully. I'll copy the path. I'll open up Access. It's nothing much technical. The queries are, and there are a lot of queries, frankly speaking. So we know the process. We come into the external. We'll come from file, text file. Okay. And we'll just place the path, browse, and we need to import was, sorry, actually I've opened up so many windows, that's why this was test.csv. So test.csv has to be, so okay. Obviously, we'll leave it as delimited. The first row obviously has to be of the field names. And over here, what they said was that do not import English field. Well, obviously, we have over here the English field, and I'll say do not import. I'll click on this. Yes or no? So this is something different that we're doing today, right? And then the data types that are the last 4 are numbers, 0 decimal places, the rest are text. So if I come to the advanced, you can see over here is the last are numbers. So they are fine. The last, how many are numbers? English we have avoided. So we have maths 4, fine. Okay. Next, and I'm going to make the registration key the primary key. Are you with me? Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Next, and we finish.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So successfully we've imported all this. There is no error. If there was an error, obviously we had to rectify the error. So we'll come into the view, the design view. We'll take a screenshot of this. We know that we have to use is the snipping tool. Okay, new. We'll take a screenshot of this. We will simply copy this. And as per the question they're saying is, save this data, place in evidence document, screenshot showing the field names and data type used. So we do have an evidence document over here. And we have to place it where? The table. It must be evidence, I don't know, I think so it's evidence 4, I believe. Okay, I'll place it here. If you read from the beginning, you'll get the idea. Okay, right. Import houses.csv as a new table in database. Set house code field as a primary key. Okay. Examine the staff. So now we have to import is the houses. So we simply come into text file, browse. We come into the houses table. Delimited. First row contains field names. And we'll set the house code as a primary key. Okay. I hope it's fine if I'm doing this part fast. Okay. Because just importing. Examine the staff to identify the most appropriate field to be used as a primary key. Import this field as a new table in database using this field as a primary key. So see, we have to check which primary key has to be set in this table. And you will tell me. So the next table we have to import is the staff table. I'll browse, and that's the staff table. First row contains the field names and data types, or they are fine. So which field should be the primary key over here? Which will I choose? Which field will I choose as a primary key over here? The question was.
Class code.
Class code. Very well done. Because it's unique. So right, we imported this as well. Place in evidence document, screenshot evidence of the field names and data type used for each table. So for both tables, we have to take a screenshot of this, place in the evidence document, and take a screenshot of this and place it in the evidence document as well. Right? So done with this. Edit the following record in the test table. Registration code this one. Okay. Class code this one. Okay. Class code change from 6B to 6T. So all we have to do is registration code. In which table, sorry? In the test table. So I'll open up the test table. And over here we have the registration code, which is 29. This one. So I have to change this from 6B to 6T. 6B to 6T. Okay, changed. Right. Create one-to-many relationship between the primary field of the stab table class code. Okay, so we just actually have to make relationships. So I'll just show you. So the relationship that we'll make over here will be, if you look at the following table, we have over here is the house code. We have over here is the class code. So house code, basically, this table has the registration. We have the class code 6B. So we have the class code. So if I arrange this, Ayan, I have the following classes. So class code and class code. One relationship will be this. In houses, I have the house code. And over here, I have the house code again. So one to many, one to many. Is it that clear? Right? House code, class code, class code. So how do we make the relationship? Database tools, relationship. And we'll simply add over here is a relationship between. So I'll put this here. I'll put this in the center. So we'll simply have the class code with class code, one to many, house code with house code, one to many. Is that clear? Yes, Ayan. Ayan, you there?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, and we have to give a, if I double click on this, I would also give a screenshot of this. Okay. So I'll take a screenshot of this. I will copy and paste in the evidence document this one as well. Okay. And then I will obviously take a screenshot of this as well. Okay. Required or not required, I will give this as well. So both. One is one, I have to give a screenshot of this. Sorry, this one, this two, and this one as well. Right? So we have to give all this because we obviously it's very important to give all the evidences. Now 22, let's going to create a tabular report. Now in order to create a tabular report, we simply go to create. We do it through query design. I'll add 3 tables. And here we go. So now over here, the most important thing is you have to read the entire question. You should know which fields have to be added. Okay. Select from all the records where gender is this, science is this, class code is this. Shows all the fields, this. So first of all, let's add the fields. So we have to add the family name, gender, teacher name.
So I'm just gonna go drink water and come back.
Sorry?
I'm going to drink water and come back.
Okay, well, let me just pause. Okay, so I was adding this. So teacher name, science, maths, computer science, science, maths, computer science, and design technology house name, design technology house name. Okay. House name and class code in this order, and the class code. So class code I'll add from here, not the primary key, I'll add from here. Okay, from the foreign key. That's important point. Okay. Now we have to do is that the gender has to be F. So we'll simply obviously run this first, and we have to make sure that the gender is simply F. Okay. Right. Science is 80 or more. So obviously, if you see F is, all of this should be in one line, please. I've seen students typing this or here or here or here. It should be on one line. Only if the examiner has said the gender should be F or the teacher name should be this, then we write it over here. Otherwise, we write everything in the same line. So the small things can actually make you lose a lot of marks. And obviously, if you don't listen to one point. So science has to be 80 or more. So science has to be, again, I don't have my, So science has to be greater than equal to 80. We'll run and see. And yes, it's working. Science is 80 or more. What else? The class code contains 60. Very good. That's important. So the class code contains 60. For that, if you remember what it is, how do you find the class contains 60? Yes, and can you recall? The class code has to contain 6. So for that, what we can type is star 6 star, which means it's appearing anywhere. So if we run this, you will see is we get
Sir.
6 star. Star 6 star
Sir.
means it's appearing anywhere. Yes or no? Beginning, middle, or at the end.
Yes, sir, but one second.
Yeah.
You said the class will be extended more.
Yes, yes.
So how long is it gonna be now? 2
Um,
hours.
Sorry?
2 hours.
No, how could it be 2 hours? I mean, we will 50 minutes, 1 hour. Okay. We have to solve this paper, right? How come 2 hours? Hold on, let me just points. You see, I have star 6 star means what? It means 6 is either in the beginning, 6 is either in the middle, or 6 is at the end. Okay. So you always run and see, you see it's working. 6 is appearing. Check each and every field, is it working or not? Get my point? Okay. Then what we have? Okay, okay. So whatever you do point,
Okay.
always take the points that you've done. Okay, this will have a good idea. So we've done this point as well. Source the data in the ascending order of teacher name. So teacher name has to be in ascending order. Okay. And descending order of science. And science has to be descending order. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Now this point has a new label, this fully visible to the left of the value. Okay. Now actually they're saying is calculate the number of students and place this at the. Now all these points will be done basically where in a report. So whenever they say include the title, this actually means that we have to save the query. So if I run this and if I create a report of this, okay. Yes, they will. It will ask for query name. I'll just enter the heading. This over here. We get this. This is actually initially they said produce a tabular. This is a tabular report. Okay. So here we go. I just have to make sure one more thing. It has to be landscape, right? So I'll come into page lay setup landscape. Now just 1 second. Let me just arrange this. Even if it takes some time, you have to be very careful arranging all this. And one thing, it has to be A4 as well. A4. Right? Oh, it's perfectly fine. In fact, we've extended it a lot more. We still have space. Anyway, it's fine. Now you see I have extra space over here. How do we remove this? You come over here in the design view. Come in the design view. And you can do is here we go. Here we go. Right? Now you will see is in the print preview, I don't see that extra. Okay, perfectly fine. Now it says actually, okay, well, let me just complete all this. Has a new left, so calculates this point. The number of students and place this at the end of the reports could be anywhere. So we can do is in the layout view, I can just say over here is, and at the end of the report could be anywhere. Maybe I can do it here. So total count. Okay, total count. Remember I told you it has to be in the layout view, total count. So what will happen? You will see this appearing over here, the total count. It's also appearing here, so I don't want this, I can delete this. So I'll repeat again, Right click here, total, count the records. What are they saying? That has a label new science group size. Fully visible to the left of the value. So left of this value, I want the text. Come to the design view for that. And using this is a label. Using this, you place this here and Control V. Let me just make it a bit more visible. Let me align it properly. So I would rather make it bold. I'll make it black. I will do the same thing. I'll make it bold. I'll make it black. So let's preview this in the print preview. So you see, I'm getting this. You can see that. And it's actually fitting in 2 pages height wise. Wide, it's not. It's 1 page wide. And you can see over here is they're saying that the finger should be single page wide. So it is single page wide. There's a lot of confusion between students that wide is what? This is wide. It could be tall. When they have to say that it should be even tall and wide in one, they will say it should fit on a single page. Wide will not be mentioned, right? Okay, produce the title. We're done with this. Display the name, send number, candidate number, and this actually has to be so names and candidate number. I'll just come here. I will use this and place it over here. So Control V. Again, are you with me? I hope I'm not talking to myself.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
So here we go. So now if I preview this, this is what I get. Right? So you see, on every page, I'm getting this name, send number, candidate number. Page 2. Okay. So we're done with this. Okay. Now we're done with this report. Let's make another. So obviously for the next report, I'll just close this. We have to make a new query. So we're done with this. If I have to make a new report, I have to make a new query. By now, you should know this. So I go to query design. I add all the tables again. Let me just arrange this. Hold on. And what we'll do is, okay, now select all the records. Obviously, this I can do once I have added the records. So again, we have to add the following fields. So gender, family name, gender, family name, given name, then we have to add the house code. Sorry, was it house code? No, it was, sorry, not the house code. It was the house name. And then it was the math science. So maths and science and maths and computer science, for God's sake. Maths and computer science and teacher name. Where is that? Teacher name. You really have to check it again, okay? In this order with data and fully visible, do not group. We're not going to group the report. So first of all, I'm again repeating, we have to add all the fields. We have done that. Then we have to say the class code is 5C. So obviously, we'll directly type in the class code. Did we not? Okay. You see class code was, Ayan, here with me? You see?
Yes, sir.
Class code was not here. So what we'll do is, if I run this, now this is an important point. I'm getting how many records? 176. I will add the class code. I'll add the class code. This class code, not this class code. I'm repeating again, when you have to add a field, it should be the foreign key, not the primary key. So if you have the foreign key, primary key, add the one which is the foreign key because we want repeating data. So I will add the class code and I'll see is the class code appearing? Yes. But you see, I have 22 records. I will just untick this. I still get 22 records, which means by unticking, it's just not visible. So we don't have to show this because the question says it does not say to show the class code, but we have to apply a criteria on the class code. Did you get my point? But it should not be shown.
Yes.
House name is Mars. So the house name that we have, okay, make sure you don't copy space. So house name has to be Mars. If I run this, I get Mars. Perfectly fine. Okay, what do I have? What do I have? Source this data into ascending order of gender. And ascending order family name. Okay, right. Right. Just give me 2 minutes. So where was I? Where was okay? The class code has to be this Mars done. Okay, done. So this is why I always want to be ticked. Done with this, ascending order, and done. Now, obviously, this all has to be done in a report. So first of all, includes the label. To the left includes the title. So this is the title. I'll just copy this. So if I run this, this is what I get. I'm going to create and click on report. And I'll save it with this name. Okay. And again, this has to be portrait. So I'll leave it at portrait, but I'll adjust this. So I'll adjust it in this way. See, okay, is it A4? I just have to be sure. 1 second. Page setup. It's A4, right? So don't squeeze it that much so that your text appears in multiple lines. This is what we have to be careful about. Okay, it should always be in single line. So this is fine. This seems to perfectly fine. But again, you see, I have an extra page over here. So I am telling you again how to correct that. Come home, come into design view, and let me just remove this and drag this from right to left maximum. Once done with this, they're saying is, okay, so done this, single page wide, calculate the average math mark in this selection and position this number below the maths column. So if I view this in the layout view, they are saying is to calculate, right click, total, average. Yes or no, Yan? Get my point? So I get the average and display the average mark with 0 decimal places. How do we do that? Now listen carefully, man. Right click, go to the properties. And you will see over here decimal places and you make it 0. If it doesn't work, see, then you have to change the format to standard. So change it to standard, it will work. So remember, 0 doesn't work, standard. Please remember these points. You can note them down. Okay, do you want to note this down? That in your layout view, if you want to change the decimal places, and if they don't work, we will change in the properties it to for standard. Okay. These are 1-1 marks, but they're really important. Okay, so let me just make it visible. We don't need this, it's extra, so I'll remove it. And what should we have? Average math score should be obviously before on the left over here. So simple, we did that. Design view, use this, and here we go. And we'll place this here. Again, I would like this to be along with this close. I would like this to be bold and black. I would like this to be bold and black. Fine. Okay, and I would like your name, send number, and candidate number to be displayed at the bottom of the report. And we know we will display this where? Where is it? Sorry, I'll just bring this down. In the design tools, use a riches label and just place this here. Again, I would always prefer bold so that it's visible in all the printouts. I'll just preview this as a print preview. This is what we have. It's just on a single page. Let's still read the question again. Have we missed out anything? So we have this. The year, the title has been named as this. Larger font. Okay, we'll check. Is it larger font? No, it's not larger. So I'll just make it a bit more larger. I'll make it bold and I'll make it black again. So it's much more visible. In fact, let's make it 24, a bit more larger. Because once they're saying so, then why not? So I get something like this, right? Perfect. Includes this, done, done. We've done this. Yes or no? Place in your evidence document screenshot showing.
Yes.
No, screenshot showing the database formula used to calculate the average. So we calculated the average using this formula. Can you see that? They're actually asking for a
Yeah.
screenshot. So I'll take a screenshot of this and place in the evidence document. You get my point? So yes, because they're asking for it. So I'll take a screenshot of this and place it, right? This is really important. So here we go. If I go to print preview, oh, I mistakenly, I think so. I tampered with the settings, no problem. We'll do it again. Come design view, and all we do is we just drag it. Is it fine now? No, not still. I just somehow did it a bit more. So here we go. This is why you have to be very, very careful doing all this. Print preview, now it's perfect. You see, just one page. So at the bottom, you can see as well. What do we have? We have this appearing. Okay. So we're done with this part. Export the report created in step 23. 23 was this one. Okay. Into a PDF file. Save the exported report in your work area as year 5. So we'll simply do is we need to actually export this data PDF for this, and we'll name it as this year 5. Okay, publish, and here we go. It has been saved as well, and it's PDF. And what do we have to do? How do we give the evidence? Let's see what it's saying. So places in the evidence document screenshot show the exported file saved in your work area. Make sure there is an evidence of name and file type. Now listen to this. Once I export this, I think so it should be exported. You see this? This shows it. The file type and export it. So I'll take a screenshot of this as well. I'll take a screenshot of this showing the file, shows the file type and this. Yes or no? You get my point?
Yes.
Right? Okay. So we've done this part. Yes or no? I can just somehow stop the recording.